My microphone is on. It is good. Okay. Please adjust the slide until the cat and dogs are friends. Please adjust the slider until the number 5 becomes the number 9. Okay. Technically it could say that one, but I guess it maybe wants that one. Please adjust the slider until you stop adjusting the slider. There you go. Which of the two made up words below is the most appealing to you? Occupyoinkle or scrumtush? Occupyoinkle. Please don't adjust the slider. Okay. Do you know what the time is right now? Yep, it's 4:49. Is the time that it is right now the correct time? Yes. Oh fuck, I'm sure in the wrong category. Fuck. Wait, sorry. What is the time anyway? No. Oh. Actually, yeah, what is time? Is there anything about yourself you haven't told me? Yes. Help. No. Will you come back to visit? Oh yeah. Should I see if it's possible to do this on thing? One sec. Let me see if I can change my category. Sorry, it's taking me a while. I have to go onto the Twitch dashboard to do it, which takes a while. I need to click on this pencil. The broadcasting is getting this channel is intended for mature audiences. Well, it is. Still waiting for it. I've got how long this takes. Just hurry up. My most recent activities is I got a shout out to 14 people from Sneven. Galaxy on Twitch rated me with 1 person. Then he rated me with 2. Then Charlotte rated me with 3. Then Nox Carbon followed, Surf Kane followed, Musomnia followed, Sin Wolf followed, and Kia Arch followed. Definitely butchered all those names. Is it gonna oh my fucking god. I I hate the browser on PlayStation. It's so fucking slow. Edit stream info. You took 3 minutes to load that up, and that normally takes about a minute. It's because it's trying to upload of all the notifications like guest star and other things. I don't care for guest star. I don't understand why it's set to stream games and demos. Why can't you just stream the category? This is gonna take a while. So I hate this typing on the fucking browser because it's always so fucking delayed. It still says games and demos, however I've been holding backspace for a while, so. Come on. It's okay, now it's getting rid of it. For anyone wondering what I'm doing, I'm trying to change category. By the way, I'm still trying to do what I started doing 4 minutes ago. Nearly 5 minutes ago now. I typed it in, and it still isn't typed in. It's still loading up the text. Come on. I actually typed it wrong because I'm stupid. Alright, you know, I'm gonna give up, try to change it through the stream info. We're just gonna change it through the chat instead. That might be actually a little faster. Stop doing it! Oh God, give me strength. I'm not even fucking religious, so it doesn't. Please just fucking. Okay. I clicked remind me later. I don't care about guest star. You know when Twitch give you notifications you don't care about? It's always so fun. Why? I don't want a pop-out chat. I want you to type. I need to change. I need to fix this. I didn't put just an E. Fuck off, why are you typing in that? It's a different fucking box. I hate Twitch so fucking much. Stop! I wish PlayStation gave me the ability to actually be able to type in the chat through my PlayStation. I also wish Twitch didn't decide to get rid of the TV app chat, because then I could just do it through my TV instead. But no, because Twitch are the world's most shittest fucking company, they had to decide to just get rid of one of the best things they had. Oh, I am losing it. I just want to get into the Stanley Parable. I don't care about this fucking bullshit. Why is it running so slow? It's taken 6-7 minutes to try and set game because the publishers of this fucking game decided that they weren't going to actually set it so that you could actually stream, so that the category would go straight to the fucking thing. I hate console streaming. It sucks so much. Oh my god. Type it in. Why are you not?
I am so stressed.
I'd open up the Twitch chat, but that's going to make me thingy the game, which will end the stream. It won't make me close the game, but it'll make me like suspend the application, which will crash the game. Not crash the game, which will end the stream. I could just do it from my TV. Well, yes, I could have, but they decided that they were going to get rid of that for no reason. By the way, they didn't tell anyone. They just kind of did what Twitch does best, and not tell anyone that they're going to get rid of anything. They just got rid of something, and they got rid of where you can. It's still there. The app is still there, but you can't chat anymore, which completely ruins the point of the app. There we go. Fucking finally. You don't know how long that fucking took me. Right, we can now finally get into the fucking game. Holy shit. Okay. Developed by Crows, written by Davey Redden. Please choose the screen and subtitle language, English. Have you played the Stanley Parable before? So, fun fact about this is, so if you don't know, there's extra content in this game because this game, you know, was already a thing before the Ultra Deluxe came out. Yes, I have played the Stanley Parable before. So we're going to press yes. Basically, pressing yes makes it so that there aren't as many endings to get the extra content. However, if you press no, that makes it so you can get more of the original endings before you start getting the newer content. So we're just going to put yes, because I want to get the newer content. I've already played the game before. Please adjust the slide until the computer is barely visible. It's fine there. Please enter the current time. 5:02, so 5 p.m. 5, is it still 02? Is it 5:03? 5:02 still. No, accessibility settings can be changed from the menu. Okay. Okay. Let me make sure everything is on before we decide to... Right, yep, that's all up. That's all what we need. That is all fine. So let's begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
It is.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, of every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-bending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move.
Well, that lasted long. What lasted long, Charlotte?
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
That's a welcome, Charlotte. Charlotte, thank fuck you've come. I don't need you to do it anymore because I spent like 8 minutes doing it, but I had to quickly change my title because it streamed Games Cinemas because PlayStation 3.
All of his co-workers were gone.
You'll be surprised. Why?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, I'll go to the meeting room. My sensitivity is quite high, I don't know why. It's the same as it always is. It'll turn down just a little bit. That's 4. That's better.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay. I'm actually gonna follow what he says because I'm not sure. I'll do the normal ending and then we'll start disobeying everything he says.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around.
So I basically quit Subway. Oh, you know what? I was, yeah. To be honest, I'm not surprised.
No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom.
Was there a reason you quit, or did you just kind of lose interest?
It was baffling that Stanley
It's
was
so
still
funny, by the way, that
broom
it's
closet.
basically this
He wasn't
ending.
even doing anything.
The narrator thinks that the
At least
players
there was
just died,
something
so he starts trying to yell at the
justified in some
family
way.
in the
As it
background.
is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Sweet fuck all.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation.
Making me do a lot of shit for only $7.50 an hour to pay me. You only made $7.50 an hour monthly? Jesus, that's really poor. That's usually like what someone makes in like a week.
If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a
God, that
reason
is
for
bad.
exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me.
That's
because
like what someone
literally,
makes like
this
daily or in
closet is
a
of
week.
Absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my
I didn't quit.
favourite."
My mum did for me.
hope your
Oh,
friend
did you ask your mum to call them and say, Charlotte can't come to work today. She don't like how much she's getting paid because the pay is
Stanley
shit.
was fat and ugly and really,
Sorry.
really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That all the drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Stanley living a life.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. His broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well,
So was it longer than when you worked at KFC, or was it shorter?
Someone nearby, so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
They wanted to open
Anyone who
up
happens to be
shop,
nearby,
even though I was
this
on
computer
like
is
there
dead.
for 3
They
days.
have fallen prey to any number of
3
your
days.
countless human
Longer.
physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hall.
I had an interview Friday. Oh, for what?
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What are you planning on doing at college? Oh, executive bathroom. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Oh my god, this is like my bathroom a little bit, but if my bathroom's like a little smaller, and I don't have ugly wallpaper, because I don't like the wallpaper, it's ugly. Also, this mirror has no reflections, and there's also green soap. I don't like green soap. I hope they can help with that. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
My sister had a go at me.
He stepped into the newly opened
Why? What
passageway.
happened? The sister I haven't met, or the sister who hates me? Because she basically got me the job. Ah, okay. You haven't met. Ah, okay, so I think she's the oldest one, isn't she? Because you got the oldest one, then you've got you, you've got the one who's slightly younger than you, who doesn't like me, and then you've got the.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest,
the
as though he
youngest
felt
one.
more free to think for
Then you get your
himself,
brother.
to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I can either escape or go into the mine. I want to go into the mind control facility. The reason why I wanted to come into the mind control facility was because I wanted to do this. Oh shit, hold on. There we go.
Aha!
She was like, well, well done, you haven't got the job.
You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very superior about it. And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So, here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content? Always more content, more, more. And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we really covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music just for this section. You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
I'm installing all the games I bought ages ago and free games as my PlayStation Plus runs out tomorrow. Ah, okay.
3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility.
Hell yeah, this is a fucking bog.
Catwalk. You should have been careful. You should have been careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending. I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier. Chase your dreams.
Are you streaming tonight?
Good job, you did it. 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 Good job, you did it.
Okay. Alright. Let's disobey him, and then we'll do the normal ending after, unless I get the extra content.
All of his co-workers were gone.
I might as well finish the quarry
Stanley
before
decided to go to the meeting room.
my thing
Perhaps he had
expires.
simply missed a
Okay.
memo.
Are you enjoying the quarry?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room.
Actually, I don't want to get the
Eager to get back
collab
to
ending,
business,
which is like
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
with Firewatch and Rocket League. I want
Stanley was so
to,
bad at following directions, it's incredible.
I don't
it
know what
wasn't
happens if I
5
go
years
though.
ago.
Oh, I think actually that's the...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Actually, yeah, we'll get the collab ending.
There's
Fuck it.
someone you've been neglecting, Stan.
Alright.
Really?
Won't miss that.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why,
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Alright. Stanley walked through the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red
What's
door.
that? I'm buzzing. Through the red or blue door? I think he said blue door.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, Stanley walked through the blue door.
All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know?
I've actually never. I
what's
actually
out
have
there?
no
You wanna
clue what
find out
happens if
what
you walk
lies
through
at
the
end
red
of
door.
this road you've chosen? Well,
I've never
don't
walked
let
through
me
the red door. I always do it.
You see? There's nothing here.
Oh no,
I haven't even
broken.
finished building this section of the
room.
map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you would want?
Alright, those
Was it
source
worth
walking
ruining the
text
entire
sound
story I'd
effects.
written out
Love it.
specifically for you?
It reminds me of school. I was
think
always
I
playing
put a lot of time
Valve games,
Because I did.
like
And in the end,
Half-Life
it was
1,
all
2,
for
and
nothing,
Portal 1 and
because
2.
this is what you wanted to see.
I was always
Help me,
pirating
Stanley.
games
Help
onto the school
elucidate these
computer and then just
strange
playing
and
them.
noble desires of yours. What would have made
was
this
true
game
gaming.
better? What
Took
did you
hours,
want
like-
to see? Vehicles?
Especially with the
Skill
school
trees?
internet,
Work
trying to
with
install
me, you've
Portal
given
2,
me
which was like
absolutely
16
nothing
gigs.
So far. Tell you what.
Portal 1
let me
was
take
like
a stab
4
in the
gigs,
dark
that
at a new
wasn't a
design, and
problem.
you can give me some
4
feedback.
or 5 gigs, and then you had
There we
like
go. A third option.
Half-Life 1, which was only like a few megabytes, and then you had Portal, fucking Half-Life 2, which was like 2
Tell me about your
megabytes, 2
experience with this
gigabytes.
version. would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest.
Let's see.
I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Oh well, now this is useful. You didn't like it, but you didn't totally hate it either. You enjoyed it, perhaps as a corrector.
No, it's like, no,
It
enjoying
didn't
was a
cause
bit
you
too...
excruciating pain.
Enjoying is a bit
Big
too
steps you
nice,
made here today,
or a bit
Stanley.
too thingy.
Here,
Say
based
I
on the
was a
data from your
fan,
previous playthrough,
but I also
compiled
wasn't a
new
fan.
version. And to be
Funny
perfectly
how
candid,
most free
I think
games are
I've
battle
knocked it out of
royales.
the park with this one. Let's
Most of them are
take a
cash grabs, that's why. Mostly because they have like battle passes and shit. I want to reinstall Fall Guys because they've got a new like map builder thing, and I want to start making Fall Guys maps. Mussolini. Mussolini played the Stanley Parable Deluxe. I came last, came 9,000th. Fuck, I was outranked by everyone. I'll go back through my my little broken door over here.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers,
We'll
please.
go with a 3 this time.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a
See,
new game
no matter
I've
what
been
you pick,
working on.
pick 1
And
or
now would be a
5.
lovely
He'll just say,
opportunity
oh,
to give it some playtesting.
if you
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
But yeah, I want to try and make Fall. I want to use the Fortnite, not Fortnite, Fall Guys
In this
map
game,
editor.
the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to
Hello,
the right,
child.
and if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Okay.
It's a very meaningful game. All about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life.
Well, I'm not the
I think
biggest fan of like multiplayer games, and I've never really have been.
Of course, the
Like, I
message
play
of
them
the
on
game
occasion
only becomes
when I'm
clear
bored,
once you've
but
been playing it for about
I'm not like the
4
biggest
hours.
fan.
So why don't you
Especially
give
with
it
battle
4
royals and
hours
stuff,
of
because they're
play
just
to make
basically
sure it's
games
effective.
that are too.
Be sure to
They're
keep
just
notes on
repetitive,
your
to be honest. I'm not a fan of like stuff that are repetitive. Die. Haha.
This bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
Both.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing.
But yeah,
that
what
might
you got
improve the
recently, they
experience
released
for me.
a
I'm
map
leaving
editor
it
where
a
you
try.
can make your
I'm
own
out.
Fall
I'm
Guys
out.
maps.
I'm done.
So I want to
It's over.
try that.
Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
The end is never the end is never the end is loading. Never. Oh my god, it's Firewatch. I try to
What do you
remember
think
that.
this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a
Supplies for
fascinating
2-4.
venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's
Hi,
venture out and
Felix,
see what else is out there.
player Spielt, sorry. I am shocking with usernames. How are you doing today? I don't know why, but anytime it's the Firewatch bit, it breaks my frames. My frames just eat shit when this happens. But see, Rocket League it's fine with, but like
It is.
Firewatch
It's an
just
open
destroys
world game.
my
Good
frames.
God, quickly block it off! Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing, that big open.
I've
just
played
wandering
Firewatch
around, no right
before,
or wrong
it's
directions,
okay.
no paths to
It's
follow.
no
You can
big
just
deal.
go in any.
I'm not the biggest fan of Firewatch, it's like every other open
Heavens
world game.
knows when
But
it. We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
gonna be honest, I miss when the
Okay, I think
this ending used to be, they changed it, but it used to be in the original version on PC, it used to be Minecraft and Portal 1, but they changed it to Firewatch and
See, this
Rocket
is
League.
exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
I still remember when this used to be a CSGO mod back in like
this game,
yeah,
I will be
11,
phenomenally impressed.
10, 11, 12, something like that.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars
Play
here in
with
the back,
balls.
but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the
I've been
bases
thinking
and
of
do a
reinstalling
touchdown
Rocket
together.
League, but
Yes,
I'm too good
I
at
think
Rocket League
surely
now.
we
I'm
must.
shocking at it.
Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
I'm good against shit players, but when it comes to actually being go against actual like good Rocket League players, I'm ass.
Are you doing
Use
it?
that
Are
FIFA
you
skill,
winning? Is this
even though I've only
fun?
played FIFA a
Is
few
it better
times.
than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Yeah.
Stanley, I have a thought, and I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball
And-
generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here
I wish
comes
they had
another
those
ball.
that when they like when you score in Rocket League, you have that like little horn that
goodness,
goes
that
off
really
and
does feel
the
amazing,
confetti
doesn't
that
it?
comes out.
Stanley,
That'd be
I'm
cool.
like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable. More balls.
Yeah. 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 There we go. Takes a while to walk over to the fucking
Enjoy
ball.
this, Stanley. You had no fun.
I am.
Is this a real video game?
Yes.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's
Fuck!
right.
It didn't go
All the
in.
fun comes to an end. This is my game.
No,
and
it's
what-
not. It's
Oh,
my
what are
game.
you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you run?
I actually got stuck when I first played this. I actually got really stuck of where I was supposed to go, and then I was like, "Oh right, I'm supposed to fall down." However, I was playing this on a really shitty laptop on the original version when it came out free on the Epic Games launcher like 3 years ago. It's weird to think 2020 was 3 years ago. Like, holy shit. Well, technically 2 years ago, nearly 3 years ago. Also, this scared me as a kid. I hated this. This thing, little darkness scared me. Okay, we've done 2 endings, so we might be able to get the new content now, because I did click that I have played the Stanley Parable before.
He is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost.
Which, if you click you have played the Stanley before, it doesn't give you, it gives you less endings to get the new content, so basically to be in the Stanley Parable
make
2.
sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am.
So we can be Jim,
That is what I mean
a
to
drug
this world.
addict.
Oh yes, yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
I forgot how to get the like ending bit, because I remember there used to be like, it was like a, I think it was like an ending, not like his story ending, but it was like an ending thing. Right, it had its own little credits, and you could actually look at like the behind the scenes shit. I think it was like, I think a lot of people refer to it as like the behind the scenes ending or whatever. I was actually going to do some, I was going to stream some of the Amazing Spider-Man 2 today, but then I couldn't be bothered, so I was like, fuck it, let's stream this.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
If we don't
Perhaps
get the
he'd
new,
sent me
yeah, we
Mr.
ain't got the
Miller.
new content. Okay. We'll do the confusion ending.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not
The
correct
confusion
way to
ending
meet
is
him,
quite long,
and Stanley
so...
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to
Oh,
admire
actually,
it.
we'll get the normal ending, actually. If that's possible to get the normal ending. I don't know, that door might have closed behind me. Fuck. Is it possible to get back on track? We'll see. We will try.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Sorry, yeah, go on.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So
I'll
he
just-
relaxed
I'll
for
just,
a few moments with some calming new age music.
Thank you, as well.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Sorry, just editing my CV. Are you writing that you're an astronaut?
Their true nature revealed.
Work experience, how it says resume, so, CV says, was an astronaut.
The lives of so many
World famous
individuals
Twitch
reduced to
streamer.
images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh my god, there's my office. 427. Where's 48? I think we've passed room 48. There it is. I don't know, that's it.
This mind
I remember what's
control
on my CV,
facility,
I'm gonna be honest
it was
with you.
too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored
Mind
and
controls,
commanded from
idle,
this
waiting
very
input.
And as
Bad
the cold
ending
reality of
for
his
this
past
is
began to
off.
sink in,
I
Stanley
mean on,
decided
but
that
it's
this
when if I can't have control, no one's having control.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Hell yeah.
Whatever life he lives,
Stanley is his own
it
man.
will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
Oh, that's a shame.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
This looks like Yorkshire.
Stanley stepped
Stone
through the
walls,
open
this is
door.
Yorkshire.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Now you can just continue replaying this one little thing, but thankfully there are multiple endings, and there is also new shit, which if new shit don't unlock, then we'll go and do another ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Yeah, I
it's
got the new
something
content,
memo.
let's go.
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
You're welcome.
As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
It was.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe
They injected
features
new
exciting
content into the
that
game.
broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable,
Into
delighting
more
audiences
game.
the world over. Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Let's do it. This is hype.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
The jump circle.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle?
It's because you can't jump unless you're in the jump circle. So we've got 25 and then we're done with the jump circle. There we go.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And every... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it.
I'm currently one-handing this now because I'm using my left hand with my controller and I'm using my right hand with something else.
That's it?
I was counting something.
No, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley?
I was counting my
This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy
Thanks for enjoying the new
Don't
content.
get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality
And then
assurance
if you
department
play
signed
through
off
the
on
game
this?
for the first time, you get the trophy
infuriated
shop.
and I'm offended.
However, I've played the game.
I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Hell yeah, I've got the blue check mark, I'll help.
I built up too much
I'm an
anticipation
official
around the new
loser, I
content
bought
on the front. It could never have
Okay,
lived
I
up to
only
such
bought Twitter Blue to
expectations.
see if it was worth
If you're
it.
still with me,
Okay?
why don't we just reset
Fuck.
the game? And we'll try
So I've
to
heard
get
mixed
back
things
to
where
what
people
the
say, yeah,
Stanley
it's worth it. I've heard
Parable
people
is
say
really
it's not
about.
worth it. I was
No
like,
frills,
I'm not gonna just go, I've learned not to
Just you
just
and
go
me
for the
having a
people's
great time together like
opinions and,
always.
you know,
What do you
like
say,
people's
friend?
reviews because everyone has different opinions on different things. I like one thing, you like another. So, I bought it to see if it's worth it, and I can tell you now, I bought it for 11 quid, and it's not worth it. It's literally, it's just Twitter Blue. Apart from getting the blue check mark and feeling like you're famous, but no, you don't because every other fucking loser every other loser on Twitter's got a blue check mark.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent.
You
I want to
pretty
show
much
you something.
you're paying for what on most websites you would get for free, which is editing tweets, editing your tweet. What else could you do? And it's also paid to technically it's also referred to as pay to win because you are pay your tweets do get pushed to people even if they don't really follow you.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra
That's the only
Deluxe
one thing.
content turned out to
To
be?
be honest,
But it got me thinking
I don't really use
about
Twitter much unless
and how
I'm
much better the Stanley Parable used to be.
unless I'm posting
So I
updates on
made
something or I find
special
something funny on
and tucked it
PlayStation.
away
I'll
here
post it
where the
on like
game's developers
mainstream
won't find
thing.
it.
Hello Charlotte, welcome
Just
back.
our little
I'm just talking about how I was scammed by Elon Musk to buy Twitter
the
Blue.
memory zone. It's where I've been storing all
And,
my favorite memories.
Even though
so
I only
can
bought Twitter Blue
relive the
just to
peak
see if it was actually worth it, and I
experiences
just said it
of
wasn't
my
worth
life
it.
whenever
It's
I want.
literally pointless to buy.
Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
The British
You see,
Academy of Film and
doesn't the memory
Television,
zone
aka the
remind you how
BAFTA,
wonderful Stanley
awarded
Parable was
to
before
Bruce
it was
Straley
solid with a cheap
for The
PlayStation?
Last of Us in the category story, but they put over in Stanley Parable.
Back then, video games had integrity.
Audience
Back then,
Award,
it
The
all
Stanley
meant
Parable, in the 2014 Independence Game Festival, and then the Stanley Parable Collector's Edition. And did they actually release a Collector's Edition, or is that just something funny? I don't know. Oh, that is good times. Holy shit. The Stanley Parable demonstration. The Stanley Parable, I remember when it used to be a CS:GO mod for Counter-Strike, but it then became the person who made, and then this, I think it was a company bought the mod off someone, or bought the IP for the mod off someone, and then turned it into like a full game in 2013.
Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art. Stanley Parable
He's already got an
strives
accent where he
and
sounds like he's from
succeeds to be
Eton. Why is he
every
doing a
game
Cockney
ever
accent?
created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was.
Mr. Destructoid has a Twitch emote. It's a global emote if you need it.
It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing.
Skyrim is god tier.
It's no games at all.
Love Skyrim.
It isn't
Skyrim
even
is
the Stanley
not my favourite
Parable
Bethesda game,
anymore.
because Fallout 3 is,
It's
but...
just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator.
My least favourite Bethesda game is Fallout 76, because it was basically a borderline scam. Person of the year, I'm assuming it's Stanley because
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The
Okay.
Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising,
Carolyn
and
likes to
rewarding
venture off the
choices
beaten path
I've
in her
ever
life
been
as well
confronted
as
with
in
a
games,
game.
but unfortunately
9 out
the
of 10.
narrator
Don't you
in
get
her
it,
head
Stanley?
isn't clearly
The
as
game
witty as
was
the one in the
perfect.
Stanley
It
Parable. I
didn't
like
need
that.
anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done.
Oh, the
And
two
you couldn't
dolls.
even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
They changed that though as well. They keep saying like, so unlike PC, the changes they did for console stuff was like on
But I wouldn't give
PlayStation. They refer to stuff as like PlayStation, Xbox, PlayStation trophies, stuff like
I don't
that.
recall
For this,
part
it's
of the
these are
memories
even on
of
Xbox. This is still called pressurized gas because I guess they just didn't have the rights to use Steam. I better get looking for a backup if Friendship doesn't work.
The extremely popular online storefront for computer games. I haven't looked at these in
Pressurized
years.
gas,
I can't even
aka
imagine
Steam.
what's been collecting down here. Surely these
My
reviews
Steam
would
account
tell
is
us
god
well,
tier. I've got
won't they?
goated games on Steam. Honestly, I could not be bothered to play the case. Oh, he's reading it.
Completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his
With his
humor
humor.
and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny.
Bug Olivia.
I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game
guess
is
this is where he
already such a
tosses all the bad
densely
reviews.
web of profound philosophical insights.
I think one of the most
can't
funniest
even
bad
imagine where
reviews I
could
ever put on
mistake
ever was for McDonald's in Los Angeles. I basically put that me, my 76 dads, my 35 mums, and my God knows how many children, and just like my entire that we weren't allowed to come in because there was too many people. And then I said that the manager came out with a minigun and mowed down my entire family. I was pissing myself when I read it last night. I was like, oh my god, that's a weird person.
I always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game
was by Noodle Chef.
to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it.
Is that supposed to be a praying mantis?
Thought it did.
Like the head of
Maybe
it?
it
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I was posted on the 5th of June 2016. I was proper taking the piss out of Galaxy. So why? What were you doing? You bullying my Galaxy? How dare you?
Like a failure. Like I let these people down.
Only I can bully
Perhaps
Galaxy.
the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say?
I get that it's supposed to be the parable of something, but listening to the patronising voice droning on and just isn't fun. You constantly have to stop doing anything instead of catch up with.
I wish there was a skip button.
I'm sure there's a skip button. Cookie 9. Played for 9 hours though. They played the game for nearly 10 hours.
Then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment.
I once heard I saw someone write a review of a game that they hadn't even played for like, they had only played for like less than like an hour, like less than half an hour.
I'd do anything.
And they started droning on like they played the game for like 45 hours. It's like, you've only played the game for like less than an hour. Like,
And
get a
here it
grip.
is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me.
So I have stood here for a while. He does just continuously go on and on and on and on and on and on. And I'm just gonna get bored.
Of course. Well, there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on focus display of self-absorption,
Because he's annoying,
it's
so I
right at
said,
your
ooh,
fingertips to go,
Galaxy and it
and
triggered
it's
me.
all over. Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're... Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting.
Oh god, it's very dark in here.
Hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us.
Then he was crying. Wait, what? He started crying because you said he was, because you said "Ooh, Galaxy." What is that? What the fuck? Oh, the.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be
was
funny. It
playing
was
the
meant to have a
victim.
point.
Oh,
it was meant to
what?
speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed it.
It's like, oh, this game's funny.
The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never
Oh, that's creepy.
the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never...
I think it's starting to flood in here. This skip button goes on a little bit, but like, you know. Well, shit. Oh, wildlife has grown. We're going back in time? I was like, stop crying about it, you weirdo. I don't know why you would cry about that though. Like, people have, you've said ooh me like a few times. Next time you say pain, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna start crying, I'm gonna start bursting into tears. I'm gonna like, just break down. This reminds me of Journey. It's probably just because it's in a desert, but it reminds me of like first-person Journey. Classic Stardom saying I'm selfish. How are you selfish? I feel like if you're going to try and insult someone, it has to at least make sense. You can't just throw out an insult and just call it a day. You can't be like, you're selfish, and then done.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I'm saying I'm jealous of him. I'm like, why would I be jealous of a 14-year-old?
Oh good, you noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
You're always starting fights with kids, Charlotte. What the fuck?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a...
We're going to be getting the Stanley Parable too.
So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
The end is never the end again.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up.
Investor showcase. Alright, I'll be an investor. I'm too broke to be an investor, like, but I'll invest. I'll invest in incest. What the fuck? So I was throwing comments at R6, why are you starting like you're acting like you're all perfect, acting like you're not selfish yourself. Where was this, in like a chat or in Discord? New content is out, new content is... Oh, new content is out? New content... Oh, part 2 is in. Interesting. Reese's stream. Oh, okay. What was Reese saying? Or was he just leaving you guys to? Was he just leaving you guys to argue? Was he like, I'm not getting involved in this?
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2
He was saying
is
stop.
going to be,
Oh, okay.
But let's take a look at some of the features I've been
Scrum
developing for
design.
it.
Okay.
I figure that if
It's
I
all
can
wonky
loosely
too.
organize a handful of interesting concepts,
2 eyes, 2 ears, 2
surely the
nostrils,
game
2
will
arms,
sort
2
of
legs.
naturally
Oh yeah.
spring up around them.
Humans are
It
always
all
filled
work
with
itself
2.
out. Game development is much
Sequels
more
are
of a
good.
fuzzy
Portal
magic
2 is
than
amazing.
anything
Half-Life 2 is
scientific or
great.
logical.
Batman Arkham Asylum 2, also known as City, is alright. Never played Divinity 2. Never played Divinity Original Sin 2. Doom 2 is great. Aladdin 2, I've seen it, but I've not played it. And Dark Souls 2. If you think Dark Souls 2 is a good... If you think Dark Souls 2 Skull Over the First Sin is a good game, you are sniffing farts. And I was like, I didn't do anything. It was Galaxy Star in this, acting victim like he does every stream. Okay. Ooh, red carpet. And a bus. The new content bus. I've been in too many dramas with people and like Liam's community and stuff, so I've kind of stopped getting involved in that. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Hear your name in the game.
For the Stanley Parable
Okay.
2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first
Sit up
and
for this.
most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, sorry, I should have clarified.
He seems to
Right now,
always talk
the button
about
only
himself.
says the name Jim.
On
But of
stream.
course, in the final game, this button will say your
Not in
name,
people's streams or his own stream?
Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along.
I'm not going to talk about what we spoke about in
Here we go. Let's take a deep breath,
DMs, but
clear your mind,
he
forget
was going on
whoever
about
you are, and simply
about his
become
mental
a
health
person
today.
named Jim. I want you
And
to
apparently that he never
imagine yourself
sleeps.
living as Jim. Sleep. Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished saying
Sorry,
the
sorry, yeah,
backstory.
sorry, how-
If you don't properly roleplay as Jim,
How
then
dare
you'll
I.
never understand the impact
Yeah, I
of
get
this
it.
button.
Yeah, no,
Otherwise,
sorry,
it's just
Jesus.
a stupid button that says somebody else's name.
Yeah, I know, jeez.
Okay, we're doing it again, and this time
I
let me
thought I
finish
knew what you got
first.
to worry about. Yeah, to be honest.
Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim,
Oh, damn.
rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim,
Oh,
and
shit.
finally dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult.
Okay, yeah.
Feel it in your soul.
Gosh.
Are you really, truly
I'm a drug
Jim
addict
right now?
cult leader, baby.
If so, then please
All
step
there is
forward and
losing
press
friend. All there is losing friends in Game Boy. To be honest, I feel like we've been through that both together. We've been through
You
that.
see, What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you! Do it again, do it again!
Do it again, do it again.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the gym button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Okay. I want to be Jim again though.
Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the gym button.
No. Give me the gym button back, you bastard. Jim! I want to be Jim! Fuck. Goodbye, Jim. They don't need to worry about being kicked out of their home because they can afford it. Or... I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna assume you're finishing off that sentence, so I'll wait. They don't need to worry about the cost of living crisis.
People named Jim to play. An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, yes, it will go at the end of the
Oh, is it funny?
Well, we'll figure that out later.
They don't need to worry about their, you know, stuff being raised. Only their parents do. Oh, fucking knows. Oh, fuck, I can't. God damn it. I need to go get the reassurance bucket. I'll go get it in a minute. I'll go get the reassurance bucket. Where's the reassurance? How do I get to the reassurance bucket? It's over this way.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration.
Hello,
like
Stanley.
balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Okay. Get well someday or happy 12th birthday stepniece. Well, we don't know who it is, so we're going to assume we're going to put get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, stepniece, it is.
Okay, I guess my opinion didn't matter though.
Actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
Alright, let's get the reassurance bucket.
Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions
Give me the
of the
bucket.
Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
You'd be such a pain in the
bucket
ass.
is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Why does he have such an evil
Can you
laugh?
feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through.
Well, I've got a question. If you're available tonight, are you down for some Fortnite tonight? So I'm planning on doing some Fortnite tonight, and I've got no one to play with, so...
has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Unless you're
The
streaming
benefits of
tonight,
the bucket
then...
seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more awaits you in the Stanley Parable 2. Does anyone give
Are you
out
available
awards
for Fortnite
most
tonight, or are you going to be
enjoyable
streaming the
bucket in a
Quarry
video game?
tonight?
That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Oh, Infinite Hall. I got down the Infinite Hall. Is there an event? No, I'm planning on playing Fortnite because I need to do some challenges and I can't be asked to do it alone. And I've got no one to play with because I'm a loner.
This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward. You see? Isn't it wonderful?
And also,
One
if,
of my more
or if you're
ingenious
asking if there's an event this thing.
Since you've gotten to see
So can you...
infinite
fuck.
hole, you can press
Do you know
the
what time it is?
tentacle
Because I would check,
button
but
to pop back
I
up
can't be
the
asked to
top,
go.
and we
I
can
can't be asked to
continue
hold them.
onward.
Does he say anything or just keep falling?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
It's 6 p.m. right now. 7:30.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole.
I actually almost pressed return to surface, but if you just stay in the hole, it continues on.
That sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
6:30, 7:30.
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling.
But it does depend on my internet.
Person actually wants to fall.
Oh my god, there's a lot of cigarettes down here. I think my mother's been here. She's tossing her cigarettes down here.
Look, things got a little heated there.
Maybe I normally stream at 8 p.m. Alright, unless you're available tomorrow, I don't know.
Mostly infinite.
More after your stream.
For you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you. Oh, for heaven. You see?
Back into the hole.
Right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean,
again, more cigarettes than this bloody hole.
I didn't think it
oh,
was
not more, Lord.
Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. Is this stuff
do you have it? Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less.
You know what needs to come with console? The hi Pi, welcome to the stream.
It's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature.
How are you doing today, Pi?
Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. How is this still appealing to you?
It's a hole. I like holes.
But at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
Yeah, I'm alright. Just playing the Stanley Parable, pissing off the Nario, doing what I do best.
When you're ready to move on.
Talking to Charlotte about life.
Is the teleport button not working?
It's not working.
You sure? Well, I mean,
holes are good. Holes are
I
fantastic.
really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing. Well, I suppose there is one.
I'm back to do what I do best, which is drinking a 1.75 litre bottle of Coke.
You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else.
I think she's going to go find the Bean Boozle thing. Yeah, she was talking about it, and then she, like, when you appeared, she disappeared out. Goodbye, narrator. I forgot how I get out of this hole. I'm kind of stuck in here now. Shit. Fuck. How do I get out? What? Oh gosh. Is this going to start moving? I was Jim, a drug addict cult leader, and now I'm in a hole. Stanley's been on a ride today with this new content. I've got my reassurance bucket with me, so got the reassurance bucket. We've got it's going down. Hold on to me, reassurance bucket. I'm actually going to speak better now. If you do, I will definitely hop by. going into the hole. There's Stanley. I just definitely did not dab them. Change my reality. Yeah, she quit Subway. Sounds like me in the shower. Thinking I can sing like thinking I have the voice of an angel, but I don't. It's the voice of like a dying animal. Is that a song but backwards? Okay. It's robotic Stanley. Is that just Stanley? Oh, that's upside down Stanley. Let's kind of put the reassurance bucket on the floor. That's like, that's if Stanley was in Paranorman or one of those type of movies. Oh god, what the fuck? That's like clay model Stanley. That's like art pictured Stanley. Oh fuck.
Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreams.
Making me do stuff I wasn't comfortable with and then expecting me to do it with only and get $7.50 an hour. I'm opening a Subway on my own for only $7.50 an hour. Open already. Yeah, I'm surprised that they kind of pushed you to do things like late stuff. Like, did they teach you to do anything? Like, or did they just kind of throw you under the? Did they just kind of throw you into the deep end? He'll be back. Okay, to the pip. It's moving again. Narrator, reassurance bucket. Hold on. They just threw you in. That's quite shitty. That they should like give you like kind of help you, or not help you, but like teach you pretty much before getting you to do stuff like that. Yeah, the button that says gym. I got rid of the gym button because Alright, let's go and get the free, new and easy trophy. I actually don't have this because it's quite hard to get and I actually don't know how to get it. Let's pull the lever, release the trophy.
Here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever.
They thought 3 days of practical training and Subway videos would help. They just gave you videos and were like, yo, here's a video, try it.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken.
I need to search how to get this, because I don't have it.
I've
got the I've got the trophy for not playing the game for like 10 years, because to get that you just have to play the game, close the game, or load up the game, close the game, change the date to 10 years in the future, and then load the game, and then load back into the game and you get the trophy. They thought 3 days. Oh, I already read that. No, I read that again.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen?
Oh, the jump circle makes a return. Guess we'll go for 15 jumps here.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
This game has no jumping feature. Because if you try jump, you just get this little keyboard sound because I bring my keyboard with me everywhere I go, apparently, and yeah, collect them all.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around.
I hate collectibles as a kid. I never collected them.
And what's truly innovative
and
is
then
that
I collect them all now because I've got.
collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle.
In my opinion, the worst collectibles in any video game are vanilla trophies. They are the most repetitive and the most annoying things to get ever. And the comic books in the Amazing Spider-Man games are the worst as well. They are such a piss take.
God, it really is the worst.
But it's okay. I've got an into it kind
video
of.
game,
Okay.
and then
Yeah.
they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Can I leave now? Then my backup plan after
Have you seen
GC.
everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
You mean university or? Oh, what were you talking about when I was streaming Fall?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you
Well,
like
I've never
all of the
seen
new
it though,
features?
doesn't
Yes, I
so.
know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video
Okay.
game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely
Did you-
a good
oh, did you
game in there somewhere.
find out if
Say,
it fucks up
let's
your
do an
camera?
experiment. I'll arrange these
Like
new
they said.
features together, and we'll see whether or not.
Because when I remember you were talking about that when I streamed Fall, you were talking about it. You were worried it might do that.
Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
One seems to want to risk
Well,
it.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's
I don't think that
sort
would
of-
fuck up your
okay,
family.
never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement.
36 jumps, only 15 jumps
Yes,
left.
this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating
As I can't
gags, but
keep
they don't add up
yeah.
to anything.
They'll probably just help
I
you find a
wanted
job,
more than
probably.
anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity
That's
of the
my
original
office.
game.
That's me.
Could it possibly work? I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, this is the Stanley Parable 2.
I don't know if it just kicks you straight into the main menu after this whole thing.
Take a look.
I think it just kicks you straight into the main menu after thing. Has anyone got a work from home job I could do? Yeah, it does just kick me straight to the main menu. No, everything's red now. It was yellow. The Stanley Parable 2. You probably have to go onto like a website, like a job searching website, and then look for like remote jobs. Remote jobs are like most of work from home.
This is the story of a man.
Man named Stanley, right? We've already watched this. It's basically the story of a man named Stanley, and then just everyone disappears because, yeah.
All of his
The normal story that the narrator makes up is like, we're taking the bucket.
Picked up the bucket.
They're hard to find, are they? Depends on where you look, to be honest.
Stanley clutched the bucket to his chest and entered the building.
Let's go the long way.
This was not the correct way to
The long way? I mean the wrong way.
Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him.
Customer
telling him
service
that the
ones can
employee
sometimes offer
lounge
remote
was
work.
simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
I'm gonna go here. It's terrifying in here. There's like a weird, scary tape in here. So, if you guys have got clean pants, you won't have after this. Well, it's not like, it's not terrifying, it's just kind of creepy. Look at all the broken tapes.
Okay, this is day number 295. Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done
Two people I think weren't ready to get
always
scared.
the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down.
This is the guy talking about the fear he has for the bucket. He's scared of the bucket.
Make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful.
Speaking of banks, I need to go and sort my bank out because my bank,
Target on my back.
my bank doesn't exist here anymore. In my town anymore.
What's that? Who's there?
Strange otherworldly noises. The book has evil spirit, not the book, the bucket has evil spirits. Alright, well that's the terrifying bucket ending. That's, to get that you just go towards the cargo lift and then go towards the cargo lift, then without going onto the cargo lift, there's a little thing where you can hop down, there's wood planks there. If you hop down there, there's a little vent you can go and you go through there and you reach that ending. Alright, now we're going to play the Is It a Bucket Get quiz. To do that, you just go towards the collab ending and then with the bucket, and then the narrator's like, let's see what's a bucket. You could be a bucket for all we know. And yeah. I need to give my uniform back as apparently they are going to give me a charge for it. You mean the stuff apart from the pants, like the hat and the shirt? Because you buy the pants from Tesco.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift.
Oh
Good.
shit! No, fuck! It's a
Now
Stanley
ride the lift all the
figurine.
way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how
Oh,
this
it's a
bucket
Stanley
was speaking to
figurine. I
him.
don't know what we call it.
should have allowed,
Figley,
of
Stanlerine.
course,
I think it's called Stanlerine. I think that's what I'm
Stanley
gonna go
chose
with.
not to think about this obvious thing.
After this, we're gonna go
He
and
was
collect all the
firmly convinced that the
Stanlerines.
bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked. No, stop. Look there on the wall, you see? There's a sign
No
right
buckets
there. It
past this
says,
point.
"No
That's
buckets past
it's against
this point."
that's racist to all
How could you think it was
buckets.
okay to bring the bucket here? Unless-
Drop it off in your KFC. Yeah, if you still have your KFC uniform, give Subway your KFC uniform and then give KFC your Subway uniform.
I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket. Please, step in here for a moment.
Time to play Is It a Bucket? After this, never is the end, is never the end, is never the end, is loading, never. My sister got a job at KFC. I worked at, by the way. Oh, did she?
Now then, I'm
Who,
going
the
to
eldest
run
one or
you
the
through
one
some
that
test
hates me?
scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or
Is
not
this
the
a
thing I'm showing
bucket?
you is a bucket.
Where's the audience?
Right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not
Yeah, well.
a bucket. Okay, let's begin.
I'm trying to think of which one that is.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
It is, yes.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Megan, okay. How many sisters do you have?
Item 2. Is
Why
this
does she
a
hate you?
bucket?
One of her sisters said some transphobic remarks apparently. Is it a bucket? Yes.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed.
Oh, was it a
recreation
joke?
bucket, not an actual
Oh,
bucket.
I mean, sorry, no, I mean, was it because I made a joke? I always make a joke to Charlotte's family, and her family gets really offended.
Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
I bet if I pressed yes, it would be like, no, this is another hologram.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor.
I don't know, maybe the make of the tractor is...
This was a gimmick. How on
Ebony's
earth
the
did you
one who
manage to screw
apparently
it up?
hates you.
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
Let's just move on to the next one.
Well, I mean, I'm hitting out assumptions. It could be maybe the make of the tractor is bucket. Maybe it's like a something bucket tractor. Fuck it. Yeah, it's a tractor. A bucket.
Correct. This is a bucket.
Good. Thank you. Goodbye, bucket.
Item 6. Is this a bucket? Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
It is and isn't a bucket. What? You could have said that about the two I got wrong earlier.
Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere. Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here.
Shah has to do any. Shah has to do any extra bean boozle if Paige is drinking coke right now.
Nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket
I'm
is
drinking
nothing?
coke right now.
Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Do I think everything's a bucket? Yes.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of
I have 3
perspective.
current
What
bottles
is a
of
bucket?
coke.
What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these
That means she has to do
questions
3
with
times,
confidence.
3
And yet now I'm
times,
somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a
1.
bucket is?
Which is 3.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever
Yeah,
had.
not even no, that's the best.
I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
no.
going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
Please no.
Okay, here we go.
That was a cool little click.
What happened? Is everything gone? Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket? Every single thing in the game was a bucket. I have no idea.
Can be a bucket, nearly everything could hold water.
I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful. to get
Does
some
Pi
time
know I
away.
might be streaming
But it
tonight?
doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
Well, I'm assuming he does now.
I'll reset everything, and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But
I'm
if you
assuming
run
he
into
does now, you
anyone
just
else,
said that.
maybe don't mention it. Who knows knows what that information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
Okay, he's resetting all buckets. And us, and me and him. Sick. You haven't streamed in 9 years. That's nice. I was gonna say Twitch hasn't existed for 9 years, but I'm fucking stupid. Twitch has existed since 2011, which was 13 years ago. 12 years ago? Something like that.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make
12
it
years
through
ago.
this door, I can make it through them all. The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket. Stanley touched the bucket tightly to
Okay,
his
let's go.
chest.
Let's go get all the Stanley figurines.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office
I guess
was
I
where
can't
he'd
see.
find answers.
Is there one in the broom closet? Nope. Okay.
Stanley, can you feel it? The broom coming to a staircase. Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's
There's
office.
one below the stairs there.
You found one of them. One of the
Don't worry,
miniature
guys. I
Stanley
have. They're
figurines.
being reused
Remember,
already.
no
Thank God.
reward for collecting all of these. Only the intrinsic pleasure.
Should I buy
of a
one,
job
chat?
well done.
Chat. Should
You
I buy
can't
one?
buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So I implore you to savor each and
Should I
every
buy
moment
a
you'll come
singular,
across one of these
singular,
beautiful figurines.
singular one? Not a pack, just one, just a single one. There's another one in the near the I think it's in the bathroom. Yep, still
Another
a figurine.
miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine
I will definitely
under
need a
your
drink
belt.
during it. It'd be funny if you throw up. Oh, stupid. Honestly, why? Nah, I'm joking. Anyway, let's see what else, if there's any.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of
2,
anything in life.
8,
Crushed
4.
by the weight of this revelation, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along?
It was the bucket knew all along.
guiding him? Yes, this is certainly
Is there a
the most
Stanlerine in
logical
here?
explanation.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going back
If you
to
got
the
sensitive
name of
stomach,
these
don't.
little Stanley
I ain't got a
figurines.
sensitive
And now
stomach.
I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlets. What do you think, Stan? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from
Makes your
seeing
shit
a small
stink worse,
number in
does
the
it?
corner of your screen go up by 1?
I'm still waiting for the shit flavoured
I'm
one.
sure it will
The
come to me.
patented shit flavoured one. It's patent pending. Not even approved. Apparently Bean Boozled makes your shit what stink worse, apparently. To be honest though, shit just stinks in general though.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together.
I'm going to turn on the mind control machine, which it turns out actually it was a bomb.
Reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he
No
would
drinking
be
without
right.
hydrate.
The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
No drinking without hydrate. I do not understand.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight
Oh, actually, I want to
ahead
escape.
the large door that read, Mind Control. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Well,
The
long
door behind
hallway.
them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to
I
turn
love
around
you said Stanley
and
and
get
the
back on
bucket.
track. At this point, Stanley and the bucket were nearly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
No, you can't do that to me. Can't do what to what. trying to think where the other Stanley figurines are. And there was one there. I don't know whether there's a few. I have to also get one without the bucket. Is there a way to escape this? I don't think there is.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be. To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul
I'm gonna die. There's no way to escape this. Right, okay.
But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator. As Stanley and the bucket were let
This is the female narrator.
in a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end, as it was crushed violently to death.
What about me? Oh, never mind. The Stanley
It was a
Parable.
shame, the death of such a magnificent
Oh, I got the
bucket.
credits! Yay!
It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest.
I
It
got
was
the
a
credit room
glorious
thing.
bucket
My
to
bucket's gone.
behold.
Oh, did the bucket get crushed? But not me. Is this the whole thing about the bucket? Welcome. You are the bucket. Welcome you. Welcomes you to the Grand exhibit. You are standing at the precipice of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frugally empty within, and cavernous void. A cavernous void. But through use of exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full of enriched and I'm not even gonna fucking attempt to read that. Knowledge of the bucket and its history is only true knowledge we really have. I never went to Eton, so I'm not fucking reading that. Will you take what you learn here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind what may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself, your loved ones, as a result of this exhibit, or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in ignorance and darkness? Ignorance and darkness, baby.
Can you see how arrogant
think.
it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris
25
that
buckets. A
blinded
photograph
him?
of 25
Can you
buckets,
see
the greatest
that
number of
bucket
buckets
is
ever
far
captured on a
more
camera.
noble than Stanley will
The
ever
photographer
be in his
experienced
shape?
catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of euphoria from the exposure of many buckets. The text disappears when I stand close to it. Okay. A bucket with two handles. This bucket is depicted as having two handles. Such a design has never been created in real life. Having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental, every year dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Yeah, because having two handles on a bucket is just weird. You only need one. Two handles is just excessive. Inferno bucket. A replica of the Inferno bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. That's the entire story of Lord of the Rings. What the fuck? Oh my god, that scared the fuck out of me, but it's just thingy. So how the Bean Boozle works is that one sub, I'll do one gifted sub. You know, because I subbed off camera, do I still get one? Even though I subbed off camera, do I still get one? We still eat one from when I subbed, which was off camera. I'll do one. Gifted subs don't count. Every 5+ gifted subs, I'll do 2 beans. You should do 5 actually. Every 1,000 bits, I'll do 2. Okay. Cave drawings. While we know what that buckets predate the existence of mankind, we do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. This entire thing Charles getting high before stream.
It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Do I just jump down there after? Okay, I'll do it. The hanging bucket. What? Oh, okay. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However, clear out grasp of the bucket. Maybe there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. Oh. Well, I got the bucket.
There is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Something we can do together, just not too
Let's stand die. Let him be crushed by the machine.
No, I don't agree with that.
Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another.
Let me see how many I have to do. 10. 28 million. The entire pack. No, fuck. Please, bucket, no, please. Fuck. Stanley died. Is there going to be any dialogue, or is it just going to reset the game? It's just resetting it, okay. You have to chew for like 3 minutes and taste it. Oh, the loading times in this game are insane. They're like the worst things in the world. What the fuck?
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Well, that's very different. Okay. Trust the completionist instinct. Okay. A large room, lots of boxes. I know that one. And somewhere beneath. Ah, right. Okay. I'll have to do the next one without the bucket.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Son of a bitch! I'm gonna have to reset the game. Begin the game again. Okay. I was not reading the chat because I was busy playing the game and there was a lot put in chat what every other streamer has to do. And let's just recap the thing if my system software works.